Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Log execute.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelists of the Roses. In the last episode, we took on Joey, aka Christopher Erzwick, at Amiens, where we managed to defeat him without any real worries, save for one tiny hiccup. In this episode, we will be moving on to Paris to face Shadi Morton. However, we will first go over Shadi as a character in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. To keep it brief, he's a guardian spirit of the tombs of ancient Egypt, and a wielder of the Millennium Scales and Millennium Key, which the latter lets him go into the minds of those that he uses it on. And honestly, that's really about it. He's mainly just a guardian of the tombs, and is actually responsible for most of the Millennium items ending up with who they end up with. There's not really much to say. He's a very enigmatic character. Anyway, with that taken care of, we will now go to face him. At last we meet, Duelist. You have soiled the roots of justice with your betrayal. Your mind lacks the seeds of truth. I judge you unworthy and will punish you here and now. Should the power of your mind prove weak, you are destined to fall before me. I suppose one thing to say about that while we get into this is that he did get rather whitewashed. I don't know why this is, considering Ishizu back in the Red Rose campaign had her normal skin coloring, but for whatever reason, Shadi here got whitewashed. I don't know why, but I suppose that's not for us to worry about. His field is broken up into 4 quadrants, though I just kind of wrecked that. His main goal is to keep himself protected with the line with the cross of crushed terrain. In any case, I've broken it up with my own field cards. You'll definitely want your own field cards for this very purpose. And I'm just going to move back onto the crushed terrain for right now and wait for him to come to me. Okay, I'm not seeing anything really concerning, so let's actually... Well, you know what? Let's just throw you right there and see what he does. But yeah, I did add that Carbanola warrior that I got from Tristan to my deck just because it's a moderately okay monster. And let's see, now we know what he's using, so... let's use Carbanola warrior to destroy him. His main gimmick is that he has a lot of weak monsters that can go through crushed terrain, and he'll use the crushed terrain to defend himself. Not anything too complicated. Just try to overtake the terrain to your advantage with your own cards, and just avoid any direct confrontation on something that isn't your own terrain. Anyway, let's go here, reveal that card. Soul Hunter, huh? That's actually pretty strong. Well, when in doubt, we'll just stick this card in defense mode and wait for him to try and attack. Okay, that's a little dangerous, but not anything we can't deal with. Maybe that's a little bad, but again, can easily work with this. Let's just... this. And now let's see, what do we do? Well, that's taken care of by permanently spellbinding that. Now if we just leave it like that, he can only summon 4 monsters. Let's move our Cybersaurus onto the wasteland terrain, get our advantage back. Let's reveal more of his cards. Anything to worry about? And, well, let's just throw you down and see what we can do. Okay, let's see what that fused. Yeah, his deck's kind of a hodgepodge compared to previous opponents. But at least it's a more effective hodgepodge than, say, Tristan's was. What to do? Well, just gonna back off for a bit and see what if he'll move anything. Well, that's a bit concerning. Okay, that's alright. Although I think when that thing's destroyed, it's gonna destroy all cards surrounding it. Yep, as I suspected. Well, just throw Dream Clown in defense position. And let's just quickly toss these 2 out. And actually, I probably shouldn't put in there. Maybe he'll attack my Tactical Warrior and do some damage to himself if I don't leave a target worm right in the... Okay, no. He's just gonna go all out. Okay, Final Flame, that's just gonna be 200 points of damage. Okay. Well, let's... yeah, you know what? Let's just summon something. Only wasting my cards, but at least it'll provide a strong Swordstalker eventually. And we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so he's just gonna destroy Dream Clown. Not sure how many cards I have in my graveyard at this point, but we should be nearing the point that Swordstalker's on the field right there, so you know what? Just gonna do this. Because now, if I flip up Tactical Warrior, he'll get a boost. And we can just destroy Yugioh with a solid hit. Alright. One more attack, I do it, and because his Soul Hunter's stuck in that position, we can easily wipe it out. Or he can choose to move his Zoa onto our field and be destroyed that way, which, you know what, fine by me. So yeah, not as straightforward as Joey was, but not too much of a difficulty. Okay, let's see. We could probably get some decent equip cards because most of his deck was equip cards. Nope, got his Millennium Golem, Fire Monster, and Yugioh. Nothing I really care about. Oh well. It would seem that all is lost. But such is not the case. I've only just begun. You think you've power enough in your mind to face me? I don't really get why you're saying this. I just faced you. I just beat you. You lost. Anyway, the path is opened up to Le Mans, where we can face Jasper Dice Tutor. But before we... Well, we're not going to do that today, but we will do it in the next episode. But before we end things off, I quickly want to go over who J. Shadi Morton represents in the War of the Roses. He is John Morton, a trusted counselor to Henry VI, Edward IV, and Henry VII. He was Bishop of Ely under Edward IV. I think I pronounced that right, not sure. He's Cardinal and Lord Chancellor and eventually Archbishop of Canterbury under Henry VII. So, yeah, having him as the head priest of the English Church at this time, or will eventually be the head priest of the English Church, kind of makes sense. Getting religion on your side in these days was pretty much the way to win wars, by basically saying, God has my back. Anyway, with that covered, we will be ending this episode off here, and next time we will be facing Jasper Dice Tutor at Le Mans. So, thank you all for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.